Hi guys, welcome to mid-tournament news and review on the happenings so far of the tournament. We are almost at the pointy end of the tournament now, where we get to see one person get into the grand finals, as the winner bracket finals is amongst us here, with Godwin and myself competing, Strat 29, for the winner's bracket. And so the loser of that will be going to the lower bracket and be facing of the hungry sharks of Staker, Loncano, and Mr. Greek 393. So before we get into that, first let's take a look at the game so far and the results. So we see the top bracket here. My progress through this, I've played Little Chinito at the first game. It was a very shaky start actually for me. Had very slow starts and I was a bit out of practice, but my experience, I suppose, got me through that in quite easy fashion on Lumber and on Little Chinito's map as well. So next game I played Greek. Actually, firstly I go to the first round, go through all the games of the first round. So Greek played Loncano in the first round. He did pretty well and was quite decisive, in fact, as Loncano's inexperience showed, and Greek was able to push and destroy his line with his light vehicles. Do very well, as Loncano did put up a bit of a fight in Bacage though. It was a game that didn't go through Greek's favour all the way, and Loncano could have definitely won that one. Group number C, we had Staker and Boogie play off in pretty interesting matchup here. Staker, the second seed, and not looking as strong as I would expect fighting against Boogeyman, as Boogeyman has improved a lot since he first started the tournament and was a contender until he got eliminated. But now it's 100. His scores in the game 156 to 176 was very, very close indeed. And one of the games, the last game in particular, could have gone Boogie's way in many forms. And on group number D, we saw Rushford up against the UK, Godwin here, and on that match here, we saw Rushford a bit half-heartedly going into the match here, not practicing at a pract for about 6 weeks or so, and really not caring too much. So he's actually lost the passion for the game, it seemed, from winning the Anzac Mall tournament number 2, and was defeated by Godwin 100-0 in the first game, but got to 70 to 100 in the last game. So had some good tank play, I suppose, in that last game, which was able to hold him in for a bit longer, but nevertheless Godwin pushes through. Then after that was the lower bracket. For the lower bracket we had Loncano drop down after losing to Greek to fight off Little Chinito, and that turned out to be a really close game. Boogeyman did cast, so you can check it out on his channel. It was about 3 games to 1 game, in fact, and one of them turned out to be 95 to 0 to one of them, and the other guy came back to win 100 to 90 something, or 98 or whatever it was. It was extremely close. So those guys really evenly matched, but Little Chinito got eliminated, unfortunately. Goodbye, Little Chinito. Played well. You played well, definitely, as on group number K, lower bracket, first round, we had Rushford up against Boogeyman, but unfortunately Rushford declined to play and has withdrawn from tournament. So Boogie got a bye there, and he got through. Second round reviews, we got Strat versus Greek. That game I played really well. Just everything went well for me. It was really fast, and basically Greek didn't really put a foot into that game. Unfortunately, it didn't go his way that day. But I'm sure next time he will drink his Greek coffee and may have the reflexes at that day and may have the lucky shots, as I was definitely high on coffee before that match. That's one of my secrets, I guess. As Staker, round 2, Group F versus Godwin here. This was a bit of a upset as well. This is insane. I wasn't expecting this result. Well, it could have turned out either way, but the result, the way it happened, was a bit shocking. Godwin absolutely wiped the floor with Staker. Just pretty much the Honey Badger just snarked him in. Godwin just picked him up and just skinned him and made him a mat on the floor. So it's basically Staker's on Godwin's floor right now as a mat leg warmer at this stage. So it was a pretty damn easy match. 108, 116. Staker just looking very slow in that match, but maybe it was a bad day, or maybe it was because the game was played at 1 a.m. Croatian time. But no excuses, I guess. In fact, this is just the tournament where you play to win, I suppose, and if you win, you lose. No excuses. the second drop down, we go to J for the second lower bracket games. So we got Staker up against Lankana, which is coming up. I think this should go definitely Staker's way. Obviously, he's the second seed up against the fifth seed. Lankana definitely needs a bit more experience to play against, I guess, the upper tier players and more experienced players of the tournament. He did get in to the top 8 for a reason, though. He's definitely a good and talented player, and can maybe do it. Who knows? And especially the way Stakers has been playing, maybe it was a bad day, but if he continues to play like this, Lankana may be able to do it. The lower bracket there, next game, we had Boogie versus Greek, and unfortunately we had to say goodbye to Mr. Boogie, most improved player of the tournament in my opinion. And there were close games, in fact. But Greek really showed that he was dominant in his tank play, really taking out all of Boogie's tanks we saw in Kreuzberg. Just every shot went Greek's way. He lost 3 Shermans pretty much to that 1 P3, and even a 76 76 as well. So it didn't go his way at all in Kreuzberg on Greek's choice of map. So Greek's gone through to the lower bracket to end game, and will play the winner of Staker and Lankano. And that person will play in the O bracket against the loser of me and Godwin, which should be an epic encounter. I'm looking forward to it. It should be good. Win or lose, doesn't matter. I'll be happy. Happy if it'll be a very good and close game. Albeit very frustrating, hopefully, as Godwin may have a definitely good chance after seeing him in Staker. I am definitely shaking in my boots. So that's the winners bracket final. Basically, we'll decide who gets to the final, bracket H, and don't worry about the I bracket. That I bracket won't be played. So then the loser will play. The loser of that game will play the winner of Greek and Staker here. So no small feat to get to that winners bracket. In fact, so yeah, it should be very good games, and yeah, let it go on. So it's only 3-4 games to go till, I guess, the decider. So that's it, I suppose, and that's pretty much the end of Men of War AS 1 vs 1 tournaments, I suppose, until AS 2, and especially because Rome Total War 2 is also coming out, and I will be playing that and not this game anymore. But it was very fun while it lasted, and it's going to last a few more weeks. So happy gaming, happy watching. GG's.